Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Cardone Solutions Podcast. I'm your host of the Cardone Solutions Podcast. My name is David Bradley, training facilitator and coach with Grant Cardone. I'm bringing you weekly sales tips, sales solutions, sales strategies, and a couple attitude adjustments thrown in there for good measure directly from the 10X world of Grant Cardone. 80% of what we do here, 100% free. So the purpose of the podcast is to make sure that the free stuff we're putting down, you're picking it up and you're plugging it into your sales, your business, and your life. So thank you in advance for hitting that subscribe button. And if you're getting some value from this, please make sure that you are sharing this out into the cyberspace so that other folks can benefit from it too. Today's episode, well, it's Wednesday. So you know what happens on Wednesday, right? It means we do the Wednesday word. That's what happens on Wednesday. What's the Wednesday word, Dave? Glad you asked. People that have been here for a while, you already know what this is. So if you want to skip ahead 10, 20 seconds, feel free to do so. But check it out. I crack open the dictionary. I get this list of like success-themed, success-motivated words, and I want to understand these words better. I want to know the definition. I want to know where they came from. And most importantly, I want to know what to do with them. Selling is a conversation. Power comes from the words that you use. This is the first lesson I learned in sales from Grant Cardone. Selling is a conversation. Power comes from the words that you use. So would it be a bad idea if we understood what these words mean and how we can extract the power from them? So let's get into today's word, shall we? Today's word is something that you can be. And it is also something that you can do in order to remove fear and doubt from your life. But, there's always a but. That's right. But it has a price tag. Hate to break it to you. So again, it's something you can be. And it is also something that you can do to remove fear and doubt from your life. But it does come with a price tag. Today's word, dependable. Yep, good old dependable. It's an adjective, okay, meaning it describes something or someone, okay? The definition of dependable, trustworthy and reliable, capable of being trusted or depended on. In a sentence, a dependable source of income, like cash flow. A dependable assistant needs a dependable car for work. Synonyms: calculable, good, responsible, safe, secure, solid, steady, sure, tried and true. So not just tried, but tried and true. Etymology, the history of the word. Where did it come from? How did we wind up using dependable as part of our English language? This idea, capable or worthy of being depended upon, trustworthy, that showed up 1735, and it's literally from the two words, or depend, able, ability to depend. So able, the suffix, means the ability. So maybe we're like getting ahead of ourselves. Maybe we should back up just a little bit and understand the word depend. Not the diaper, silly. I know somebody went there. Let's understand the word depend, but okay. Depend is a verb. It's an action. It's something that you do. And that means, and it originated from this, to be attached to as a condition or cause, to be a conditional effect or result. And the literal origin of the word, this is where it gets really interesting, meant to hang, to be sustained by, being attached to something from above, to hang from, like a painting. So if you look at the Latin word, the originating word, it's dependare, meaning to hang from or to hang down, to be dependent on or be derived from. And the D means from or down. And pendare means to hang or cause to hang or to weigh, like a scale. And this is how it eventually, ultimately, comes to meaning like to rely on or to rest in full confidence or belief. Interesting, right? Right, so okay, now what? What are we going to do with that? What are some action ideas? Two things. I got two things for you with dependable. First, let's talk about success, because the purpose of the Wednesday word is to analyze success-themed motivated words. So dependable is definitely a success-themed word. So let's just talk about success. Here's the question: shouldn't success be dependable? Shouldn't you be able to depend on success? What would your life be like if you could literally rely and rest in full confidence and belief that you are successful, that you do succeed, that you are a success, that you are success? If that was a paradigm of yours, how would you operate? Changes things, right? If you could be dependent upon your ability to perform successful actions, how would you operate? So Grant talks about this in his book, The Closer's Survival Guide. He says that if you can't predict and depend on your success, then you cannot call it success. Well, what? Yeah, think about it, okay? If you can't depend on and predict your success, then you can't call it that. And when there's mystery and there's uncertainty, and when you have doubt and fear, those become indicators that there's something you don't know. Interesting how he talks about this in a book on closing more sales. Because the close, 20% of your time, 100% of your money. So you should be able to depend on your ability to close a deal. So if you're receiving poor results in anything, you should never try to make sense of it or justify it or make it easier to accept because there's somebody else's fault. Grant says this right out of the book: even if the results you're getting are someone else's fault, the reality is you will not improve until you do something. You cannot wait for others to make a change when you won't. Wow. So what does that mean? Well, I think we know. Okay. Means you need to be, as Grant teaches in 100 Ways to Stay Motivated, the most dependable person you know. You need to be the go-to person. You need to be the one to go out there and get the thing done. You need to be the one that gets the ball. Michael Jordan, for example, very dependable player. That's the dude that they're giving the ball to when there's 6 seconds left on the clock. Tie game. That's who gets the ball. Why? He's the most dependable person they know on that court. Questions for you. Are you consistent in your results? Are you there? Are you trustworthy? Okay? And you need to be this first for you. Before anybody else, you need to know you're dependable. That people can hang on you, that they can rely on you, and that is something that you earn. Remember earlier I said there's going to be a price tag. That's it. Because if you're not doing the right things, it's going to destroy and erode your motivation and your reputation as somebody that isn't dependable. So what I want to have you do, what I want you to take with you today, and do this exercise for yourself. This is part of the price you got to pay. I want you to make a list of what you already are dependable in. What can people rely on you for 110% of the time, every single time, every situation? This is what you're dependable on. This is what people can depend on you for. But then I also want you to do the exact opposite. So you just take a sheet of paper, draw a line right down the middle. One side, I am dependable in. The other side, I am not. Or where can I be even more dependable? And you need to do this first and foremost for you. Where can you be more dependable for you? Maybe that's in your working out. Maybe that's in your writing your goals down daily. Maybe that's in a spiritual practice. Maybe that's time with family. Maybe there's parts of your life that you haven't fully 10x'd yet. Ergo, you're not fully dependable in. So where can you be more dependable for yourself, for your family, for your community, for your country, for your planet? Do that exercise. See what it does for you at becoming more dependable across the board. And this has been your Wednesday Word. Thank you so much for being here and listening, for tuning in. Appreciate, hey, long-time people, thank you so much for coming here every single week and hanging out with me for a couple minutes. Appreciate it so much. First-timers, let me just take a moment to say welcome. Thank you for being here, and I hope to have you become a long-time listener as well. I'm going to leave you with the words of Grant Cardone. Go out there and be even more dependable this week and be great, because nothing else pays. We'll see you soon.